Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hey, Heat Lifer. Ooh, yes, Casey is still undefeated. I'm a little hat on. We were watching at our house, of course. I hope I don't have chocolate in my teeth. I did get into the Halloween candy. Okay. So, we're having quite the Sunday over here. Hey, Sage Moon, how's it going? Oh, I'm so sorry, Monkey Girl. My dad is a Raiders fan. He's not happy. I get it. I get it. That's the thing about games. Hopefully, well, I don't want to say hopefully. I don't know. Everybody wins sometimes, everybody loses sometimes. I'm sorry though. Your dad's probably upset. That stinks. Lawyer Moog dropped some heart emojis. He's in the other room with the pups now. He's on pup duty because I said we got to spill some spicy tea. Sage Moon, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Okay, guys. So I called this one, what do I call it? Like Troublemakers or something, because I felt like every single story that I was finding was just like all about someone doing something shady or something kind of like it's just been shady. And I don't know, maybe it's because there's a Scorpio new moon happening. We're still waiting for Pluto to move into Aquarius. It's backsliding through Capricorn until November 19th. So all the karma's coming out. So this is another week of karma, but it does make for some fun gossip for us, right? So we got some good topics. I'm excited to dive into them. Hey Nigel, how's it going? How are you? How's your day? How is life or night? I think for you, Nigel, right? It's evening where you're at. Yeah, how is everybody? And are you looking forward to this upcoming Scorpio new moon? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? I think it's going to be a good fresh start energy, a great time for transformation. So we're going to embrace it. All right, guys, let's get into our first story because we have a lot of great topics. Wait, okay, hold on. Nigel says your boy just got a new job again as a graphic designer for a massage chair. Oh my God. Okay, it's 10 a.m. here. All right, Nigel, just getting started with that Monday. I'm so excited for you. You got a new job, another one. Look at you. You're on fire. You are on fire designing graphics, doing all kinds of stuff. Good for you, Nigel. Okay, so I think the Scorpio new moon transformation has already been just whipping through your life. So good for you. Proud of you. Hoping to get a raise at my job. Yes, Heat Lifer. Okay, we're manifesting that. Manifesting that raise for you. That would be amazing. I feel it. I feel it. We believe. Okay, shall we? Shall we dive in? So, our first story is actually a request. Let me pull up my requests. Okay, this is from Monkey Lover. Monkey Lover says, can you check on Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes? It just seems like she's trying to push this relationship to be more popular. So, thank you so much for your request. First of all, Monkey Lover, I went on a deep dive, okay? So when you requested this, I was like, what is going on with these two? I don't really follow either of them. But now I'm like, should I watch Outer Banks? Like, do you guys watch that show? Do you like it? Looks kind of good. So I was like, just kind of getting all into it. And then I saw that Kelsea Ballerini had gone through a divorce not long before she started dating Chase Stokes. Now, I don't think there's like overlap. It just seems like she was very emotional about the divorce and then, got into this new relationship. Again, everyone's different. Sometimes that's just life. But I don't know. I was kind of like, huh, okay, interesting. And then I went down the rabbit hole and I watched some interviews. And you know what? You're right. She has been talking a lot about their relationship. And I also watched a really recent interview of him where he was talking to Hoda from, I think, the Today Show. And she was asking him about his relationship. And he was pretty tight lipped. He said, we just do the next right thing and the next right thing. And it's like, it was like an Oprah quote, by the way, like you take the next best step, the next best step. So he basically just kind of like quoted Oprah, but it was very non-committal. It was very like standing back. And I agree with you. I do think it seems like Kelsea Ballerini is really trying to push this relationship. So then I went a little further and I saw that he is also still working with his ex, Madeline Klein. They dated for 1 full year and they still act together on the show, Outer Banks. And then I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. So why did they break up? So I watched some interviews of, Madeline Klein talking about Chase Stokes, then Chase talking about Madeline. And it was the same kind of vibe. Madeline was very sweet, like, she seemed so happy to be, like, dating him. If I can find those videos that I watched, I will, like, put them, like, in the description below if anybody wants to check them out. But I was like, "Oh my god, how cute." Like, the interviewer asked Madeline, like, "Are you in love?" And she just, like, smiled and was beaming. It was really cute, and I was like, "Oh, how sweet." Then I watched an interview of him, and he was, again, kind of, held back a little bit, non-committal, and then after the breakup, when they were interviewed separately just about, like, their show and different things, she seemed genuinely devastated, like, it was hard for her to hide her heartbreak. And if anybody knows about this couple, please comment, let me know what you guys think, because 'cause I'm brand new to this. I just saw this today, in response to the request. And then when Chase was interviewed, he seemed totally fine, like, no big deal, like, he wasn't really going through anything, and he even was still calling her like, "Oh, yeah, so Maddie yeah, Maddie this, Maddie that," and she seemed like she was genuinely, like, trying to distract herself, hold it together in the interviews. I was like, "Oh, this is strange, this seems like a pattern." So, we definitely need to pull those cards. So, thank you for the request. I think we need to start with that one. Oh, and then also hey. Hey, guys. Hey, Penny. How are you? Wait, Gigi. Hey, Gigi. Welcome. Hi, Lawyer Moke. Say hello to the pup stars. Oh, did Lawyer Moke pop in here? Oh, yay. I'm on dog duty. Michael, that's exactly what I said. But wanted to say hi. Aw, glad you did, Michael. So sweet. Oh my gosh, you guys should see it, these pups. Oh my gosh. Raka is precious. She's so sweet, you guys. I can't take it. She is like seamlessly blending in with the family. I thought it was going to be another situation where we were going to have to really work hard to integrate, which is fine and that happens, but she's easy. She's a dream. Okay. Anyway, so let's read just a little bit about this article before we pull some cards. A little bit of couple things here. This actually just came out today. So this request was perfectly timed. Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes move in together is the headline. Kelsea Ballerini has moved in with Chase Stokes. 31-year-old singer has been dating the Outer Banks star for almost 2 years. And with her new song, Baggage, having lyrics about keychains with same keys and moving in, she confirmed they have taken their relationship to the next level. Okay, so there's all this stuff. She goes on, she is just gushing about him, talking about their relationship, just really like it does seem like she's planting these rumors, wanting to be asked about their relationship, wanting to be asked about if they're gonna like get married. Like it's a lot. And he seems like he is not on that page at all. So we're gonna pull a couple of cards and see what's going on, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, between these two. And it is Scorpio season. Sometimes this is when the rubber meets the road. We'll see if it's meant to end, Scorpio season through the holidays. That's like statistically kind of when things end. And I think it's because it's just a time of transformation, rebirth, letting go. So let's see what we got here. Hey, Babaloo. How are you? The puppy's doing great. Oh my gosh, thank you for asking. I was just telling everybody just how sweet she is and how like seamless she's been fitting in with our family. We took her on a hike. It was so much fun. I will post a couple more pictures on our community tab because I have to share it with you guys. And she like holds you with her paws. She's just like, we love her. We love her. I'm so glad we went to get her. Okay, let me see. Gigi says, "Don't tell me he's an Aquarius." Gigi, I didn't have time to look up his birth chart. I was like, I got sucked into watching these video interviews. I was like, "Oh my god, this guy is giving." I don't know. He is giving air sign. Gigi, he's aloof. Totally could be Aquarius. Okay, so let's see. First of all, let's do past, present, future of Chase Stokes and Kelsea Ballerini. Also, she's been open about saying that she slid into his DMs. She hit on him. That was how they got together. So let's start with just past, present, future, get a feel for their relationship, a feel for their connection. So in the past, when they first got together, they've been together for what did it say, like a year, a couple years, 2 years? What drew them together? What was the vibe when they first got together? Allegedly. Two of Wands, thinking about the future. Okay. Now, because Kelsea Ballerini was the one that slid into his DMs, I feel like this is her. And she had just gone through a divorce. She does talk about how she felt, like, insecure about, feeling like she had baggage. I mean, hey, no judgment if however you feel is valid. I I wish she didn't feel that way because I think that what she did was really brave to move on and move forward with her life. It makes me feel sad that she felt I mean, some of the quotes that she's put out there, she said she felt like she was damaged goods, like that breaks my heart. Like I feel like she really genuinely was kind of going through it. And thinking about the future, 2 of Wands, I feel like she wanted to move on and find her love story so that she could, like, feel better, move on with her life. So this is her. I think she was thinking about the future, and it was like she saw him as kind of the perfect person. Like, I don't know, maybe she idealized him. Let's get a clarifier. What about this future? Hey, Beth. Wait, Sage says, "I'm shocked they're both Virgies." She's September 12th and he's the 16th. Ooh, interesting. Okay. You know what, Sage? The fact that he was born on the 16th, if we're thinking about like numerology, a 7 energy personality, remember how we always talk about like 7 is like more it's like the scholar and it's kind of like a 1, so independent, but like with a little hat on because of the 7. I know it's funny, but that's sort of like the way that I think about it. It's like very independent. Also, 7s are not super expressive. So that makes a lot of sense, and Virgos can be in their heads. I wonder if he just is someone that is always in his head and he just isn't very expressive. 7 energy can be really serious too. And for her, 12, I mean, a 3, anybody with a 3 birthday, they tend to be emotional. They talk more about how they feel, very open, very creative, social butterflies. Okay. Interesting. 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 That adds a lot. Thank you, Sage, for that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just waited for you, Beth. Aw. That's sweet. Okay. So that was the past. Kelsey was thinking about the future. That was why she pursued him. Okay. She's been open about it. And that's a very 3 energy thing to do. Hey, you like somebody, you're just going to send them a DM. Say what's up. What about the present moment? What is going on between them? Oh, starting to jump. We like it in the present moment. 2 came out. We're going to take them both. No. God. Sorry. I'm like shocked. Hold on. The Empress and the 10 of Swords. Okay. I just got goosebumps. This is like, okay, when people sometimes like are about to, I have goosebumps all over. When people like they do a last ditch effort or like something's going wrong, so they do something dramatic, like they get engaged or they move in together or they think that having a baby is gonna like fix everything. That's what this feels like, and it was like her idea, the Empress. I feel like they have been going through issues. So I don't know if like what our request our tea time request friend wanted to know if it's because they're trying to like make the relationship more popular or like more about the public eye. I actually think that this is because they have been having problems, they've been having issues. I don't think that they always see eye to eye on where the relationship is going. I think he's way more laid back. I don't think he's in a hurry. I think she's more in a hurry. I think she wants things to move more quickly, commitment, the whole 9 yards. And so I think that they have been having disagreements. And in order to try to make things work, I think that she, the Empress, someone who feels empowered. Now, I think she's probably really like good in relationships overall. I do think that he may push some of her buttons and maybe not always bring out the best, and maybe vice versa. There seems to be some friction here between their personalities. But I think that she is the one. It was her idea, and she basically said it's kind of like an ultimatum. Like we either need to move in together, or like we're done. So I think that's why they moved in together. God, like I really do feel that. I also think that is why all of these articles have been coming out in the past few days, making it public that they moved in together. People asking her and interviewing her about like how serious is your relationship? And the headline for this, one of the headlines was um like to click on it, like the clickbait title was like they make a big next step or like they take the next step. So it's like, are they engaged? Anyway, okay. Interesting. So that's past and present. Let's see what the future holds. I've talked about these people way too much already. But I'm telling you, when I jumped down that rabbit hole, I was like, I don't know. I felt some major like Bridgerton level drama. And then with his ex being on the set still. Okay. In the future, what does the future hold allegedly for Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes? 10 of Wands, a burden. This relationship is a burden. I'm telling you, there's a lot of friction here. I don't feel like this relationship is as easy breezy as, well, not really Chase even. I mean, or did he? No, it was more her. She was saying like they like to hang out and just like it's very casual and they're best friends. He doesn't talk as much about her. I feel like there are more differences than they let on. And in the future, it's going to feel heavier and heavier. Let's see. Penny says, "Oh, you don't see eye to eye, so you move in together." Right, Penny? Yeah, not the best idea. But I feel like she does have this kind of I don't want to say like it's not desperate, that's like too harsh, but I feel like she has this like fixation on making it work. And maybe she's trying to push the wrong thing, He Lifer says, "Oh my God, Britt, I must be off. I'm the 30th and suffer from social anxiety. Definitely not a social butterfly." Aw, no, you're not off, Heat Lifer. The 30th is, well, while a lot of people born on the 30th are social butterflies, it's also, the 3 is associated with emotion. So sometimes you just are very like emotional and very creative. Maybe you're just a more introverted version of that. Maybe you use all that creative like energy and all those gifts inward. I don't know. What's your sun sign, Heat Lifer? Okay. Ooh, child. They're trying to lock him down. LOL. Sage Moon. Exactly. I love an ooh child. Oh, you crack me up, Sage. I think 100% that's what's happening. Penny says not good. Kay says, did something happen to Britney Spears at a Diddy party? She was, oh Lord. Okay. Oh my gosh. Did you already read on Zach Bryan? So tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., the podcast episode where I did a full reading on Zach Bryan is going to be doing like a live premiere here on the channel. I was like, I've been wanting to put it out so much, but I'm trying to get on like a consistent Monday morning upload schedule for the podcast. So I was dying to share it early, but it's going to be up there, Kay. Thank you for asking. Okay. So 10 of Wands, let me get one more clarifier. We're going to move on to our next story. In the future, it's going to feel like a burden. What else? 2 of Cups, but I think they're going to stay together. What is with these two? I will say this though. 2 earth signs, 2 Virgos in particular. They may be like, oh man, I someday I want to look at their birth charts. Not today, because we have a lot of stories to get to, but I would love to see their birth charts. Like, what are their moon signs? Like, oh my gosh, because this is so interesting. This is like the couple that has a very like allegedly a strained relationship to the point where maybe they even make others feel a little uncomfortable around them, but they like just want to be together. Like they want to stay together no matter what. This kind of stresses me out. Like, to be honest, this really stresses me out. So I think it's complicated. I think they're complicated. I don't know what is holding them together, but it just seems like this is the couple that like will not break up even when maybe they'd be happier with other people. Actually, one last thing before we move on. How does Chase Stokes feel about Kelsea Ballerini, allegedly? For entertainment purposes, how does he feel about her? Best friend of the year. Okay, the best friend. Maybe that's why they stay together. Interesting. How does Kelsea feel about Chase Stokes, allegedly? And that does mirror what she said. So, okay. How does Kelsea feel about Chase? Knight of Wands. The Wands, passion. So here we go. She's passionate about him. He sees her as like a stable friend who he can like always count on. Like she's never gonna leave him, and he likes that. He likes that she's always gonna be there because I think he knows that she's really passionate about him. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know that this relationship will make her happy in the long run. I think she'd also prefer someone that also has wands towards her, if you know what I mean? But there you go. Okay. Oh my god. Heat Lifer says, "Well, I'm November 30th." Ooh, happy almost birthday, which is Sagittarius. Not the other, but that's what I want you to tell me. Oh my god. Mhm. Heat Lifer, we'll have to look into that at some point. That is very interesting. I would be curious to see your moon sign, your rising, all that stuff. Sage says they sound a little codependent, to be honest. Agreed, Sage. Kind of a lot codependent. Not him friend zoning her. Like, yeah, like, why would he be happy being with someone that he views as more of a friend? I don't know. Maybe he's insecure and it makes him feel like good about himself. Maybe he has, I don't know, like, what is his home life like? Where's his moon sign? These two fascinate me. Thank you so much for this request. I honestly am just so fascinated by this whole relationship. I got to look into them at some point further. Like, I'd love to see their synastry, the whole nine. But wishing them the best, you know, hope they are as happy as they can be and living their best life. So, we're going to move on to our next story. That was weird, though. You guys, that was weird. I feel weird now after that. Okay, moving on. Oh no, not this. All right, guys. I couldn't skip this story. We had to talk about it. Anne Hathaway. So you guys remember like the whole Hathaway hate era, which was sad and I think it went way too far. People just like did not like Anne Hathaway for the longest time, right? But then she kind of had like a redeeming era, she kind of a glow up. She seemed very sweet and like people started to appreciate her again, and we all kind of forgot why we didn't like her. And then she was, she's just been kind of like doing great, living her best life. And we've all just kind of embraced Anne Hathaway again. And we think she looks beautiful and like, oh my gosh, so many good articles about her have been coming out. Well, all that I think is coming to a screeching halt because now, telling, sorry, I'm like, oh my God, I made myself, sorry, I like made myself snort. Because I can't believe it that here we are again. We have, like I keep saying, I just need like a little tape now to play. Pluto retrograding one last time back through Capricorn. Anyone who has abused their power between now and in the 19th of November, it's being exposed. And so here we are. Anne Hathaway, you can't hide. Um, Here's what I have. So this celebrity hairstylist is claiming, and I think I did put the article below if anybody wants to pull it up and look at it. Um, he has claimed that Anne Hathaway treated him like a servant when he did her hair for 4 months on a set. He said that she never spoke to him once and that she was one of the worst people that he has ever worked with, that it was slightly like traumatic. And then he said when he met Blake Lively, like, the words that he said to himself, basically just from her introduction, the way that she introduced herself to him, like, her coldness, her demeanor, he said, "Oh, no, I hope this isn't another Anne Hathaway." And that was, like, from his podcast. Yeah, I did a little deep dive on that too. I mean, I've been in it today. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, is this why people originally didn't like Anne Hathaway?" And then she was able to, put on, like, a happy face, but it's all coming back. So let's pull some cards. I just want to know a little bit more about why Anne Hathaway did that. Also, Kirsty Flaw, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce her name, but the journalist who exposed Blake Lively and put out that interview where she was just incredibly, incredibly rude. Um, and just the baby bump thing, where she was like, I like your little bump, like horrible, so cringe. Um, she actually put out another interview with Anne Hathaway, and Anne Hathaway apologized to her, which is good, but people are just kind of confused now, like, what is going on with Anne Hathaway? Like, who is the real Anne Hathaway? So we're just gonna pull some cards and see, like, I don't know, what's her vibe? Like, who is she really? Why did she act that way? Let's just see. Nigel says, my previous job at the music center was emotionally draining. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nigel. So grateful that I'm able to land this designing job after months of suffering. Manifesting is key, y'all. Nigel, I am so, so happy for you. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Also, the energy is supposed to get a lot better, you guys, like now through the end of the year, like astrology wise. And I'm so happy about that too. Nigel, I'm glad to see you're already starting to ride that wave of positivity. May it continue to just push you forward and onward and upward. Glad that situation's over. Sage says, oh, Nigel, love that for you. Oh, you better manifest those new beginnings. That's so nice. And Sage Moon, how are you liking your new job, by the way? A lot of new things have been happening. Okay, let's see. Oh, Monkey Girl, I'm sorry to hear that. My mood swing Scorpio season is an interesting time to work on your feelings. It is a great time to work on your feelings, Monkey Girl, and like transformation and just a time to, embrace our shadow self, our just everything about ourselves. Scorpio season reminds us that we can always rise from anything, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, and that every part of us is always lovable. Scorpio just accepts and loves all. So, sending you a big hug, Monkey Girl. I know that was probably really, really difficult, really trying. Okay. So, will the real Anne Hathaway please stand up? What is Anne Hathaway's vibe? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. 9 of Cups. Okay. She loves herself. She loves herself. She wants to make herself happy, herself comfortable. I also feel like okay, based on what this hairstylist was saying, and I was, like, watching a YouTube video where he was basically talking and just saying that he felt like she looked at him as just, like, the help and, like, "Don't talk to me," that she didn't like to talk to anyone, and he said it was very awkward because it was, like, so many months that they would work together, and she would just never even acknowledge him. How weird is that? Like, I feel like that's major narcissist, right? Because even you as a person, you'd wanna chat with the person that's there. Because wouldn't you get bored? Like, that's just strange. Even for your own self-interest, you'd wanna, like, chit-chat a little bit. So, apparently not, but that's because 9 of Cups, she is about herself, about her own happiness, and she feels fulfilled. She's like, "I have what I need. I don't need to, like, talk to people. I don't" it's giving that. And having your cake, eating it too, a little bit self-centered in this context. Okay? She doesn't deprive herself of anything. She's just kinda, like, gives into what she wants at the moment. Get a little more energy here. Page of Swords, immature communication. Yeah, just immature communication, especially back then. I think that she was self-centered and immature. When the tarot T confirms what the people are saying. All right. One one last thing. I don't know. I feel like that pretty much sums up that one. We'll pull one more. 7 of Cups. Ooh, she has a choice now, though. How is she going to react to this? I feel like she doesn't quite know what to do. Um, Interesting. Yeah, I think that moving forward, she is not sure what she should do. If she should like fully apologize for her past behaviors, if she should just act like nothing ever happened. Mm, I'm gonna pull a card to actually see like what would actually be beneficial for her. Like, should she apologize? Should she ignore it? Like, if she wants to be successful in her career. I'm actually just kind of curious about what, if anything, could get her back in like the good graces of the public. Because now that more people have spoken out, I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of icky. Like, I wouldn't want to watch something that she's in right now. Like, if you're like rude to everyone that works with you, treat them like crud. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like supporting that. 7 of Pentacles, she just needs to keep working and, yeah, coming out with like new creative work. This might also be working more behind the scenes. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think that she has like the skills. Page of Swords still, I don't think she has the skills to properly communicate in a way that could win people over. And I don't know if that's just because she isn't great with communication or if that's because she's still kind of the same person. So it's like there's nothing she can really say to make it better, basically. Yikes. Okay. Moving on. Oof. Spicy tea. I'm telling you, spicy. Okay, wait, hold on. What did Sage say? Oh, Sage says, loving it so much. Yay. Thanks for it. Oh my gosh. No more toxic boss. Ugh. Sage Moon, thank goodness. I am so happy that that's over for you. You know, us Virgos, everybody with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, there are times in our lives where we will go through these things, but do not mistake kindness for weakness. Sage, I'm glad that that's over. I get to be creative and collaborative. Yes, while advocating for our planet. It's fab. Sage, that is amazing. And that is so new era of like Pluto and Aquarius. I know you're going to be so successful. And I'm really glad that you feel like creative and collaborative. That's so exciting. Sage, congratulations. Yay. Amazing. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm so happy. Gigi says, I read that she or her team, commented that she has a different recollection of their time together. Gigi, I'm telling you, she needs to just fine. If you can't communicate in a way that is going to be respectful, then probably for the best that you just don't say anything, Anne Hathaway. Yep. See, that made me dislike her more. There we go. The tarot T confirmed. Oh my God. Yuck. Okay. Moving on. Ugh. Thank goodness for that September 17th eclipse. Heck yes, Sage Moon. Eclipse it on up. I like that. Have you guys been feeling, by the way, since like the eclipse season started September 1st, by the way? Like, have any other big changes happened for you guys? I feel like it's been a time of like rethinking different things and like creatively doing different things. Sounds like you guys are having a lot of new beginnings. So, very interesting. I wonder if everybody's been feeling that. Okay. Chappell Roan. Chappell Roan's latest line in the sand. Now, before we get into anything else, I just want to point out that Chappell Roan was born on the 19th, and 19 is a karmic number, just like 13, which Taylor Swift born on the 13th. Being born on a karmic number is not a bad thing, but there's like a lot of extra energy there. And as you know, just like with anything, there's a good side and then there's a challenging side. So I feel like when you're born on a karmic number, it's more of like a spotlight effect on your actions, and it's like too much who much has been given, like much is expected, and you can crash and burn if you are not making sure that you're working on like your life lessons and, keeping things on the up and up. So like, for example, Dolly Parton was also born on the 19th. So, I feel like she really uses that energy in a positive way. 19 in numerology is the one, which is being an independent individual person, self-expression, a trailblazer. But 9 is the humanitarian. So it is doing those one energy things, being yourself, being creative, being expressive, but it's for the purposes of 9, of the collective, of helping others. We see Dolly Parton do that all the time, right? Like she has that book thing, that imagination library. There's actually a billboard around here in Kansas City about it. It's really sweet, giving books to kids. She donated millions of dollars during the pandemic. She donates money all the time. She donated some money to the hurricane victims. Like she's always doing good. So it's like using that one energy of her being a star, being an independent, she is Dolly, that one name person, but it's for the good of others. She shares as much as she takes, right? Now with Chapel, she's also supposed to do that. And she does do that in some aspects, like when she talks about, wanting to support the drag community and the trans community. And there's a side of Chapel that a lot of people feel is very inclusive, very real, very loving, very emotional. And then there's another side of her that there's kind of a debate right now about like, does she go too far with the way that she defends herself? So the way that she draws that line with others, is she too harsh? Is she, does it cross a line basically? And the latest story, let's see. Let me see. I'm going to read a little bit of this article just to give us some context for anybody who didn't see it. Oh my gosh, all the ads. So Chappell Roan, according to page 6, Chappell Roan confronts rude photographer at Olivia Rodrigo's film premiere, saying, "Apologize to me." Okay. Chappell Roan snapped at a photographer on the red carpet for Olivia Rodrigo's Guts World Tour movie premiere in Los Angeles on Friday, claiming he had been disrespectful to her at a previous event. While posing on the Step and Repeat, the Good Luck Babe singer walked over to the photog's face and said, "You were so disrespectful to me at the Grammys." I think it's the guy that she yelled at the Grammys when she had like the nails and she was like, "Not me, bit." And everybody was like, "Oh my God. You yelled at me at a Grammy party." Well, maybe not then because it was a red carpet. Anyway, the individual was not shown on camera, but he seemed to disagree with Roan's account of the events. "Yes, I remember you were so rude to me," the hot to go singer, who was wearing a beautiful red gown and her signature makeup, said in response. "I need an apology for that." Yeah. Yep, you do. You need to apologize to me. If any of you guys saw the video, it's kind of like, whoa, like I mean, it's a lot. She was very angry. And then it says a member from either Roan or the film's public relations team then approached her and escorted her back to the Step and Repeat to try to diffuse the situation. Roan abided by the request, but said she was not going to pose for the photographer in question. Page 6 has reached out to her reps for comment, but did not immediately hear back. Okay. What do you guys think of that? Like, what do y'all think of her? Did any of you guys see this video? I saw it on social media and I was like, oh man, like, okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys are just so sweet. Y'all are all being amazing. Okay. Sage says, "Okay, I don't know. I'm kind of here for Chapel piping up and clapping back at anyone who tries her, though." Okay, Sage, cool. I don't know. I kind of wish more celebs would do that because the press do be trying it. Well, I feel like, to your point, Sage, if more people stood up for themselves, it would definitely be better for their mental health, especially when people are crossing a line or being disrespectful. I think there are many ways to look at this situation, right? It just kind of depends. I think the only thing the Chapel has to be aware of is that she doesn't isolate too many people, you know, and this is just my opinion. Of course, we all have one. I just feel like she could cross a line and isolate too many people by, I don't know, not just kind of ignoring or rising above it or saying something, but not in that way. Like, she could be very direct and very pointed without kind of, I don't know, getting into it with them in that way. To me, it seemed, I don't know, it seemed more intense than it needed to be. But again, she's a very emotional person. So let's pull some cards and see just what's going on with her. I don't know. I'm very curious to see like what is going on with her. Also, this is on the heels of her putting that other show like on pause, and some people were upset because they had like spent money to be able to come to her show and couldn't get a refund on their travel expenses and all that. So I don't know. I just feel like she is still working on that balance between self and others, which is part of her like karmic path. And I think that it's probably very challenging to find that middle ground where you're standing up for yourself and you're also, you know, being kind and inclusive and a role model. Because also people with karmic numbers, they are a role model of sorts. All right. So Chapel, what is her current energy? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Ace of Pentacles. All right. She is in a successful era. She also feels very powerful and abundant. Okay. So she's feeling confident. So when you're feeling confident, yes, you're so much more likely to just like stand up for yourself, say what's on your mind. It's like she just feels kind of good about herself. And it's kind of like, no one can tell me anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need you. It's kind of like, I pay my bills. I do my stuff. Like, if it's between me and you, like, you're the one going to get kicked out. So I think she's kind of in this era where she does feel very invincible. Okay. Gigi says, "I like that she's shaking up things and standing up for herself, but I think it was out of line this time." Yeah, I got what I didn't okay, the part that I didn't like or that kind of disturbed me was that she came out of, like, the step and repeat area and walked over to the photographer, and I feel like her celebrity, her star power, what she stands for, and how she does so much good for so many people and makes them feel seen and makes them feel loved. I wonder if, I don't know, I would almost prefer her to say something in like a calm manner, like not get mad, but like, maybe like walk, even if she wanted to walk over there, like walk over there and say, I'm not going to allow you to take photos of me because of this incident that occurred. And then have one of the PR people go over and make sure that, like, they don't take photos of her. Like, I don't know, celebrities can do stuff like that. So maybe more like show that she can control the situation and that there are consequences for the actions. But I feel like the yelling and all of that, it was kind of like doing back to them what they did to her. And I get it when you're mad, but then it's like a vicious cycle, right? So it's like, okay. Anyway, she feels like no one can tell her anything. She's in a success era. Sage says that's such a good point, Britt. Maybe she'll grow more in that area as she navigates fame. That's the other piece too, her being new to fame. She's probably still in that I'll slap mentality. I get it. And sometimes you just want to, you know what I mean? Truly, Sage, truly. But I also think that you had a good point too about, you know, needing to stand up for yourself, right? It is important. And we definitely don't need to just be people pleasers. But it's tough. I mean, that is the struggle of the 19 energy, self and others. Okay. So that is kind of her vibe. Let's get some more clarity on her current attitude and let's see why. In this situation, why did she go over to that person? Why was she so angry? What was like the feeling going on there for Chappell Roan allegedly? 9 of swords. You guys, when the tarot tea is just like so dead on. Okay. This is gonna sound weird, but this does make me feel a little bit better because I guess for me, it's like, is it a power trip or is it genuine? Or like, do you genuinely feel this way? Like, because we don't just want it to be another like Anne Hathaway, but just expressed in a different font. Um, this I actually can respect and appreciate that this is 9 of swords energy, that it's because she truly does feel anxious and upset by what these people are doing and saying. So this is genuine. Um, okay, I like that it comes from a genuine place again and not like an ego place. So yeah, she says these things because she feels truly stressed out by the type of behaviors that she has been facing. Okay? All right, makes sense. And then let's see, in the future, will Chappell handle this type of situation differently? Because now there have been a couple of incidents. It's almost like every time she goes to one of these big, like publicized events or step and repeats and she's on a red carpet, that might be where she feels most overwhelmed because it's like a lot happening. And maybe she chooses next time to skip the red carpet and do her own photos or take photos inside the event. I don't know. Will she change her approach because of this? Let's see. High priestess. Yes, I think she actually will change her approach. This is all about spiritual growth, spirituality, but this also is like someone who knows about astrology, knows about numerology. And I did actually see a long time ago when I was looking for a birth chart. I saw that she'd posted on Instagram about her like birth chart and stuff. So I think she is going to find a way to handle this in the future and to manage this. That's good. I do like to see this. Yeah. She'll find a way. She will find a way to heal and like work through this. And I think she's going to be leaning on maybe her birth chart, maybe like learning about astrology and spirituality. Okay. I like that. This actually makes me feel a lot better because it was looking like if you don't know her or like don't know what she's about, I do think sometimes it can come off like, oh, it's just like an ego thing. But no, according to the tarot T truth, it's actually genuine. And this is part of what she's working through with the 1 energy and the 9 energy. Wanting to be by myself and feeling like I need to help everybody else, 9, but feeling conflicted about that and not understanding the boundaries yet. So it's a process. Okay, I like that. Let's see. What do you guys think? Heat Lifer says, I saw something where she said she was willing, to walk away from the business because she can't stand this part of the business. I think she needs coaching. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that it's really, really tough. So maybe, high priestess, different coping strategies, different ways to handle it, not feeling pressured to walk the red carpet and even saying, hey, like in the press, even saying, I realize that overwhelms me and I am not happy when I do that and that I end up feeling like maybe I'm also disrespecting other people or it's just not something that I want to do. So rather than forcing myself to do that, I'm not going to. And that way she also gives other people permission to honor themselves. So maybe there's going to be a different way she's going to explore this. I like that. Okay. Oh, you guys are so sweet, Nigel. Station stop, you're gonna make me cry. Being in a creative space like geographic designing has been therapeutic and doesn't feel like work, or like graphic designing doesn't feel like work. Cheers to the Tea Tribe indeed. Oh, Nigel, that is so sweet. Cheers, cheers. You guys are so sweet. Okay. Next one. Okay, this one's weird. I need a little sip of my tea. And I actually have real tea tonight because I'm trying to not do the caffeine in the evening, go to bed sooner. So this is like decaf, but need a little sip. Mm. Sage says, yeah. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Oh no. Not hold on, guys. Okay. Uh I I had to I had to ban that person. That person, Tarot Destroyer, and I feel bad saying this, but they come in. Remember when they used to come in all the time and like spam the chat? And what they were saying just now wasn't even bad, but it was fine, but it was like multiples and they were about to get mean probably, maybe. So, as Chappell Roan says, drawing those boundaries anyway, taking a page out of Chappell Roan's book, banned. Okay, I will not yell in their face, but I will kick them out of the chat. Okay. So Sage says, yeah, the South Node is going through her first and 12th houses, I think. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, that's a lot, right? Big transformation coming into your own, all of that. Okay. That tracks. No. How did this happen? How did this person get back in? Ban the user and delete their comments. What the heck? See, I knew it. They're going to start going nuts. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure this person is banned. Their comments were removed. Okay, weird. Oh, yeah. Okay. Next story. I will continue to ban this person. Oh my God. I guess we all have our little battles. Okay. Next, Matty Healy's Weasley comments. Yes, I did say Weasley because it just struck me as so Weasley. So did you guys see this? Matty Healy decided this is a good Taylor Swift. We all know who you're talking about, Matty Healy. He said, and this came out October 25th on E! News. Matty Healy raised eyebrows with casual romance comment after Taylor Swift breakup. Like, why are you talking about this now? Isn't he married or engaged? Like, what is going on with him? He says, do, do, do. Okay, hold on. He shared what inspires his music these days after he became a way more well known public figure for loads of different reasons. That's a quote from him. His head turning comments have Swifties wondering if he was taking a dig at Taylor's songwriting. Quote from him: I would kind of just be lying if I made a record about, I don't know, all the stuff that was said about me or my casual romantic liaisons. Maddie said on the October 22nd episode of the Doom Scroll podcast. Okay. Never heard of that. Or whatever it may be that I've kind of become known for just because I was famous. Okay. This article is written really weird. It like kind of goes in and out of their comments. But basically, he said, I think that a lot of artists become very interested in their lore, he continued, or they become interested in the things that have happened outside of their art that people know about, and they want to address that. And fair enough. I think that it's an obvious thing to draw from, Maddie shared. I'm just not interested in it. The idea of making a record about something that personally happened to me, that by the time I put it out is gonna be, like, 2 years old, I see people doing that as well, and it's not interesting. The About You singer admitted he used to write about relationships a lot more, using journal entries and little bits of heartbreak, but now prefers to write music to start a conversation. My work is, I hope, interesting art pop, he said, that maybe helps popularize academic subjects that I'm really interested in. Oh no, this person spit. Why am I not able to block this person? I'm so sorry. Did y'all see that? Okay. Where's Chappell Roan? We need her. Not me, but never mind. It's funny that they came in just as I was saying all that stuff about Chappell Roan, because it's like you really can't say until it's you, you know? Hmm. Maybe I'm getting some little karma during Scorpio season to see things from the other side. Okay, anyway, regardless. Yeah, Matty Healy, the subtle shade was not so subtle. He was basically like, "That was so immature." And I think it's funny because could he have said that because he felt insulted by the tortured poets department? It does seem like he's a little bit sore about something. So let's pull some cards and see. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, why did Matty Healy decide to say those things that everybody knows are thinly veiled comments about Taylor Swift? Okay, guys, this person keeps coming. They're saying a hex is upon you. I don't know why it's not letting me ban this person. I do not want to end this stream early, but I feel like it's blocking some of y'all's comments. I think there must be something going on with YouTube that's not allowing me to block that person fully. It'll block them, then they'll come back. That is very annoying. Sorry, you guys, if you're trying to comment and it's not letting you. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So anyway, why did Maddie decide to do that now of all times, allegedly? What's going on with Maddie? Why did he decide to talk about Taylor Swift and shade her? 10 of Cups, stop it. You guys, this is so silly. This is allegedly for entertainment purposes. This is regret. This is feeling like, okay, I think he's a little bit jealous of her relationship with Travis because he sees her happy. And it's almost like that person that is so toxic because it's like he didn't want to be with her, but now that he sees her happy and like thriving and like everywhere and like they're the it couple, it bothers him. So I think he wanted to like just do a little dig. It's just very immature. Very immature. That is so silly. All right. What else? Weird. Now they're able to hold on one second, you guys. I'm gonna see if I can just oh no. I'm trying. Uh okay. I'm trying to ban that person. Then I accidentally put it on my screen. All right. So interesting. Let's see what else. Why else Maddie said those things allegedly. Two of Cups. What? He's just like majorly jealous about her relationship and her happiness. And you know what? Isn't that usually the case when people single you out like Tarot Destroyer here? Yes, I'm going to do a little Chappell Roan moment of my own. Um who keeps trying to pop into this chat. It's because of jealousy. There's something that you have that they want, that they want to destroy, that they want to take, and that's why they do this. And now it is not letting me do anything. Okay. So it's kind of ruining my live stream. Very annoying. I will have to contact YouTube. Okay. To make sure that I can fully ban this person. All right. So basically, it's just giving jealousy. Makes sense. Moving on to the next story. I'm just going to try to keep it moving because I have been getting That has been so weird. Okay. So, did you guys hear about this one? Brooke Schofield was she was causing major trouble again, this time with Brittany Furlan and Tommy Lee. This is a very strange story, but in a nutshell, Brittany Furlan has been married to Tommy Lee for quite a few years. And you guys remember Brooke Schofield, who was canceled for the racist comments. And when I did the reading about her and Tana and their canceled podcast a while ago, I pulled some cards and I got that like it will never be the same again. I thought that they were just going to end right there. But I did get through the reading that they would not ever be able to, sorry, you guys. I think I know, right? Thank you, Sage Moon. I keep trying to click ban user and delete their comments, but they just keep being able to pop back in and then spam. And then it's like ruining our tea time fun. We have a couple more stories. Okay, hold on, you guys. Sorry, elevator music while we try to ban Tarot Destroyer for good. You should be able to hide this user in your community settings in the back end of your channel. If they come back, try to copy their name and paste it to a note so you can hide your YouTube. Thank you, Sage. Sage, the Virgo Queen. I am going to do that. Tarot Destroyer will not be able to come back in here again. So we're just going to do that. And I don't know. Then just keep copying it. It's so weird. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. You know what? In another one, Lee, thank you for requesting. We're having like technical difficulties here with a spammer. Okay, Sage, I do get how Chappell Roan feels now. I do get it. Never mind. That is so hilarious. Just as soon as you make a judgment, on somebody else, it's like it comes right back to you. To remember not to judge. Okay. So thanks, Sage. You're so sweet. Okay, so we're just gonna wrap it up. I hate this because I hate to let like a horrible little troll person win, like Tarot Destroyer, although they're not winning because I am going to get off of here and block them for good. Unfortunately, it's like crashing my ability to do the reading because they just keep spamming and be able to come back in and it's not working. Aw, thank you, Heat Lifer. You're the best. I love you guys. Yeah, it's not working. Okay. So let me see. I don't even know what I was saying now at this point. What I was even about to draw on. Oi. It's okay. All right, you guys. Well, I love you. I'm going to end this one early. I owe you more stories next time. I can't believe that it's actually like crashing my chat and that I can't fix it. I will be sure to get this fixed before next time. I love you guys so much. Y'all are the best. Thank you for being here. Oh my God. Well, Tarot Destroyer, you won't be able to be in here again. So enjoy this one little win of yours. Yeah, I'm feeling like Chappell Roan. I get it. I want to point my little finger. Okay. Thank you, Sage. I love you. Thank you, Penny. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget, tomorrow at 8 a.m., I'm so excited. The Zach Bryan episode is dropping. I looked at his birth chart. I pulled the tarot T, and it's pretty crazy. I just want to say a lot of Aries, a lot of energy. It all kind of makes sense. And the reading was crazy. So I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, there will be an extended members only this week. And I'm just sending you guys the biggest hug. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Nigel, congrats again. Sage Moon, keep killing it. Love y'all. Y'all are the best. And I will get this fixed before next time I win again. That is so sad. Tarot Destroyer is so sad. Okay, you guys. I love y'all. Bye. Talk to you soon. Oh my God, Nigel. Nigel's going to go Chappell Roan on Tarot Destroyer too. I love it. Our community is stronger than this BS. Love y'all. Bye, guys.